Hello, my name is Steve Googe, and I welcome you to an online course offered by Fruitland Baptist Bible College. Over the next 10 weeks, I will have the privilege of being your instructor for church administration. I welcome you to this course. You may be a leader in your church or a leader in a parachurch organization. You might be an interested layperson involved in a significant ministry in your church, or you might just be an interested person interested in the subject matter itself. But whatever your motivation for joining this study, you are welcome. Now let me share with you something about my background. I grew up in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I made a commitment to Christ and was baptized in First Baptist Church. I met my wife Wanda in our little hometown, and once again First Baptist Church was the setting for our wedding. I attended college at Western Carolina University, where I completed a double major in psychology and social science. I have 2 degrees from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in Fort Worth. I hold both the Master of Divinity and Master of Arts in Religious Education. I also earned a Doctor of Ministries degree from Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, those credentials do not make me an expert on any subject. However, it gives you an understanding of my background. Wanda and I have 2 daughters and 6 wonderful grandchildren. My ministry experience covers more than 40 years. I was a pastor at some wonderful churches for more than 37 years. I also served as a director of missions or associational missionary for over 5 years at the Brushy Mountain Baptist Association in Wilkesboro. A few years ago, I semi-retired and moved to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We moved to this state to be close to our daughters and grandchildren. Welcome to this class. I pray that this class will help you improve your skills in the area of church administration. On this slide, I would like to express and acknowledge my indebtedness to several individuals for whom I modeled this class. Sandy Beck. Sandy is a longtime professor at Fruitland Baptist Bible College and a friend. Dr. William Caldwell. He's a former professor at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary and one of my teachers when I was a student at that institution. Charles Tidwell. He's an author and professor. He wrote the wonderful book called Church Administration, Effective Leadership for Ministry. Alvin Lindgren, author of Purposeful Church Administration. Reverend Major Stewart. He's the senior pastor at Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church in Flint, Michigan. And then Leroy Thompson, a professor at Bacon College in Muskogee, Oklahoma. And then Alex Strauch from Emmaus Bible College in Iowa, and then others have influenced me as well. Some of the material presented here originally came from the work of the scholars and ministry practitioners I've mentioned above. In some cases, I've modified their material and added content from my own experience to form the nucleus for this class. Now let's examine the syllabus. For the next few minutes, it would be helpful for you to have a copy of the course syllabus in front of you. If for some reason you don't have the syllabus, I would suggest you pause this narrated PowerPoint and first obtain a printed copy of the document so you can follow as I describe the requirements for this class. First, you'll notice there is a required textbook. Bruce Powers has written a very fine and informative and thorough treatment of church administration. It's entitled Church Administration Handbook, 3rd edition. You will need to read this book thoroughly. You will find the reading assignments on page 7 of the syllabus. Now I'd like for you to look on page number 3, Internet Video Resources. Links to Internet video assignments are provided for ease of access by students. To connect the link for a specific lesson, simply go to the week corresponding to the assignment due date in Moodle. There will be opportunities for interaction with your professor. Upon request, I would be available for a one-on-one conversation. Feel free to contact me if you'd like to schedule a time for personal communication. We can do this by the phone or by email or even by Skype or other modern technologies. Now let's look at course requirements. and assignments. This is a course that potentially advances the student to the honor of earning an associate's degree. Therefore, the course requirements reflect what a serious student should expect. Late registration. For students registering late for this class, some early assignment due dates may be adjusted to allow flexibility for ordering textbooks, but you must contact me to clarify your reason for registering late. Textbook reading and study questions. Students are required to read the textbook as assigned. There will be questions on the midterm and final examination regarding whether you have completed the required readings. A failure to read thoroughly all assigned material will result in the reduction of one's grade. Exams. There will be two major exams. There will be the midterm, and then there will be a final exam. These will be open Bible, open textbook, open lecture notes. Now this can be a trap. It can be a trap in several ways, but one of the most obvious is if you try to look up the answer during the exam itself, you'll run out of time because each exam will have a time limit on it. Exams will be made up of a combination of multiple choice, short answers, true or false, and some essay questions. The final exam is not comprehensive, but will cover material presented after the midterm exam. Study questions from the Church Administration Handbook will be available and due the same week the chapters are assigned for reading. The student should type the question and answer before submitting through Moodle. You will find these questions on the home page of Moodle. You will be required to write a personal philosophy of ministry paper. This will be a 6 to 8 page paper, submitting according to the assignment schedule on page 7 of the syllabus. A personal period of research on the internet will provide several examples of a philosophy of ministry. You can perform an internet search under the following topics: a personal philosophy of ministry, a personal philosophy of biblical ministry, a philosophy of church ministry. In this way you can examine several models, and then I want you to develop your own approach to your personal philosophy of ministry. An excellent example is provided for you on the course page of Moodle that gives salient points from Drs. John MacArthur and Thomas Cassidy. On Moodle's home page you will find a glossary of administrative terms. You will want to become familiar with these. Then there will be case study discussion forums. Students will participate in these case study discussion forums by answering specific questions regarding the case study that I will post. We will be looking at the first 3 churches from the book of Revelation. Now, you will respond to the questions that I pose, and you will do that by Wednesday of assignment week. And then you will have an opportunity to respond to other classmates and their answer to the questions. This will give you an opportunity to interact with other students. This will give you an opportunity to be able to express to your classmates your feeling about their interpretation. You can make comments on how they could improve, or maybe supportive comments about how they treated the case study. There will also be quizzes. It will judge the comprehension of your reading and also the narrated PowerPoint presentations that I will share. There will be no makeups for these quizzes. There will be interactive activities included that will be a part of the narrated PowerPoints, videos, or projects that you will do. Interactive activities include these PowerPoints and other activities that you will be required to do as a part of a dynamic learning experience. Each week, students will watch one or more brief narrated PowerPoints, or in some cases a video or a written presentation. The interactive activities are coded with the week number and a letter corresponding to the number of assignments for that week. For example, the first assignment for week 1 is 1-A. The interactive assignment for, let's say, week 4 is 4A. That's the first assignment for the week. And 4B is the second assignment for the week. After carefully watching each video presentation, there will be a few questions and/or projects to create an interactive environment. The purpose is to present course content and interactive material that will help the student apply the material under consideration and also connect with the professor. Here's an important note: a one-sentence response to a question is not adequate and will be judged insufficient as an answer. Develop your response to any question in the form of one or more paragraphs. You'll notice the course grading. 20% of your grade will come from the midterm, 20% from the final exam, 15% from submission of your study questions, 15% from your personal philosophy of ministry paper, 15% from the case study discussion forums, and 15% from the quizzes. You'll notice the grading scale, which is standard here at Fruitland Baptist Bible College. It's a very high standard for you to attain, but I challenge you to do the very best that you can. Now notice the policies. The professor does not give grades. Students earn them. Students will receive only what they have earned. Notice that all assignments are required. A grade of incomplete for the quarter will be granted only under extenuating circumstances and only by the approval of your instructor. Please communicate with me if there is a need for us to investigate the need of an incomplete. There is obviously a need for respect for other students who may have divergent viewpoints. Students and faculty are to show appropriate respect for each other, even when divergent viewpoints are expressed. Cheating or plagiarism is not acceptable behavior. Any student with a disabling condition should immediately contact me so we can make some accommodations. Every effort has been made to describe this course accurately. Nevertheless, I do reserve the right to adjust the syllabus when that is necessary. Now, when you submit papers, you'll notice the guidelines that you should follow. Please be sure that you submit your assignments in Microsoft Word documents through Moodle. Now I'd like for you to look at the last page of the syllabus. Here we will look at the tentative agenda of class sessions and assignments. You'll notice on the very left-hand side, that column will give you the date and the week number of the quarter. The second column gives you the topic that we will discuss and the title of the narrated PowerPoint. Sometimes I refer to a narrated PowerPoint as a PowerPoint lecture. I use those terms interchangeably. Then you'll notice the reading assignments and also the glossary terms that you will need to be familiar with. And the column on the extreme right-hand side will give to you the assignments that are due. And you'll be able to notice that they're due on week 1, week 2, week 3 if you look to the extreme left-hand column. You notice on week 1, the glossary of terms, numbers 1 through 6 are to be examined by you. And then there's an interactive activity which is labeled 1A that you will submit on week 1. You'll be able to follow the assignment due dates and the assignments that are due in that last column. You notice at the very bottom of the page it says, all assignments must be completed to receive credit for this course. Late papers will be accepted only with a substantial penalty, 20%, unless there is a documented emergency. No late assignments will be accepted after the 9th week of classes. A documented emergency means that you will contact me prior to the due date of the assignment to let me know why the assignment will be late. If it is a documented emergency, something other than the dog ate my homework, then I will be lenient and the 20% deduction will not be taken. However, if you don't contact me, or if your reason for submitting your material late is not valid, then you will receive a 20% reduction in your grade. Now, even after an overview of the syllabus, you may still have unanswered questions. I would invite you to contact me by email for clarification. If any assignment this quarter is confusing, merely contact me prior to submitting an assignment and we will work to clarify the issues. Now, a word about your grade. You will earn a very high grade if you follow the instructions in the syllabus to the T, submit your work on time, and present the type of work that you would be proud of. I'm here to assist you. I want you to do well in this class because it will serve you well in the years to come. If you need any help from me, please know that I'm committed to help you. Don't hesitate to contact me. May God bless you in every way as you take this class in church administration.